All right, welcome to this weekend horoscope for May 8th through the 10th. My name is Athen. Let's go ahead and look at the lunar location for today. So we have here on Friday, we've got, coming into this week, we have the moon in Sagittarius. This is all about the adventurous spirit, the expansive side of life. Anything that expands either our mind, body, or soul, which might be through philosophy, spirituality, which is more of the, could be mental or also spiritual expansion, or physically, such as travel or nature, anything relating to that as well, just being free-spirited and adventurous in general. So we have that going for us. That's very nice. This is all the top of the chart energy. And then midday on Saturday, later on Saturday for Europe, and then on Sunday, we do have the moon going into Capricorn. So that's all about the concrete big picture when it comes to more of the earthly side of things. So where Sagittarius is the expansive fire energy of philosophy, spirituality, Capricorn is the earthly big picture stuff, the systems, the structures, the overall commitments and things that we have in our life. So this is the grounding element here on Sunday in particular, I think we'll all be feeling. This is where we can become masterful of how we feel, of our concerns, which is of course the moon, and grounding things for that long-term perspective. So overall, very, very expansive, I would say, definitely on Friday, then midday Saturday for those of us in the States, shifting into more of that Capricornian energy of the grounded earthly side of the big picture. So let's go ahead and look at the transits for this weekend. Now there's a lot going on, so I'm not going to run through all of these lunar aspects, only the important ones. So let's look at Friday first. Friday we have the moon going over Pluto. So that's always a transformational energy. It happens once every month. It's where we have the ability to, again, see the truth and see how we actually are in an internal sense, because the moon is our internal self, you see. And Pluto is always seeing the truth and stripping away all of the non-truth. So a very good day for having that conscious awareness. It is in Sagittarius, so it's very uplifting, it's very spiritual, very fiery, where we can actually see how we feel in our spirit, you know, in our connection to spirit, or however you see that. So very powerful day when we're willing to see things on that very deep, truthful, spiritual level. That's going to be the major energy of the lunar cycle for that day. But starting on Friday, we do have two very important aspects that are happening all weekend. First, we have Mercury trining up to the North Node, and then Mercury squaring up to Neptune. So in terms of this North Node energy, this is all about improvement. The North Node's been in Sagittarius, which has been about our health, our improvement, our diet, taking care of our physical body. And so that's the overall energy of the year. And so now we have a weekend where we can certainly do that. We can certainly flow with the self-improvement stuff, thinking about it, understanding it, applying it in a very practical level, which is Mercury. Now, while that's taking place, Mercury is going to be squaring up to Neptune, which is going to be the one major challenge of the weekend, which is seeing things spiritually, because Mercury is a very cognitive, very practical planet, and so it's our minds, it's our mental processing understanding of things. So whenever it squares up to Neptune like this, Neptune is saying, look, there's a deeper side here, there's a spiritual side, there's intuition, there's trust, there's surrender, there's compassion, there's all the spiritual energy of things we can't see. And so the key here is that with the squares, that maybe we might be wanting to understand things this weekend, especially relating to the Taurus material side of life, which is where Mercury is transiting. But Neptune is reminding us that we have to have that intuition. We have to let go, we have to trust, and we have to see beyond the veils of what we might normally think about. So when it does come to the mental side of things, which is of course very important, the key here is just to be as clear as possible. Be clear in your communications and have that now moment presence, which is Neptune, that now observation of what you're thinking, what you're communicating. And in that way, you'll be tapping into the intuition. There will be that flow, that surrender, which will help everything flow very nicely. And it's a challenge, not that it has to be difficult. When you're willing to see things in that Neptunian fashion, then it's a very, very nice energy, because our imagination can be very high, our spirituality can be very high, our intuition, etc. So that's going to be the major element, those two aspects going exact here on Saturday. Saturday in particular, as you can see, everything's very nice in the lunar aspects. sextile up to Chiron, a trine up to Mars. Very nice, very good confidence there. So things flowing very nicely in terms of our feelings and concerns, I would say, on Saturday. And then on Sunday, I think we're just finishing up these aspects. Things are definitely toning down at this point. We are entering into this week in the disseminating phase of the lunar cycle, which is where things are very illuminated, very full during the full moon last later part of the week there. And so now things are coming down. We're starting to feel the retracting of energies here. So that's going to be, I think, definitely going to be the energy on Sunday, where things are dying down. But as you can see, lunar aspects are very nice. Trine up to the North Node, trine up to Mercury, which will be very nice. And then this opposition up to Jupiter, just make sure you're not going to any extremes with the optimistic or philosophical side of life, which I don't think will be too much of an issue. But if you are feeling that late Sunday, just keep things nice and grounded with that. So all in all, I think it's a fantastic weekend for opening up our horizons, especially Friday and Saturday with the moon in Sagittarius, and wanting to see things in that spiritual way. And then on Sunday, when things go into the more disciplined Capricornian sense, it's the contracting energy where the energies are coming down. And I think they're just having that, again, observation and taking a lot of what we learned about the Neptunian side of things, the importance of that spirituality, and applying it masterfully into our lives on Sunday will certainly be a nice utilization of this energy. So I hope you guys have a nice weekend. I want to thank you all very much for all of your support. If you're new to this form of astrology, do check out masteringthezodiac.com, or if you'd like a personal session, and I will see you all on Monday. Take care.